How are you? My name's Suzanne and I'm the weight loss coach, and I am jumping in today to go through some amazing things that I have been reading from this book. Now, this book is called The Slowdown Diet, and this is by Mark David. Mark David is the fellow that trained me in mind-body nutrition as an eating psychology coach, and it's absolutely fascinating. And this is the principles of this book is what I go through and work with my private clients. So I wanted to take you through aspects of this book, and over the next week cover off on different areas that are all so important and play a huge part in the way that people live and how their bodies work, but really importantly for those that want to lose weight, because it's not an easy thing. And for many women, it was easy in the past. They just had to, restrict calories, move more, eat less, move more, and voila, the weight would drop off. But as we get older, this actually becomes more challenging, and more stuff goes on, and we actually end up unintentionally self-sabotaging our efforts simply because we're unaware of how our body works. So today I wanted to talk about a new definition of metabolism. So what is metabolism? The textbook definition is, it is the sum total of all chemical reactions in the body. So that's all chemical reactions. It's not just about how we digest our food, which is what most people believe, that, we want to improve our metabolism so we can lose weight. That seems to be, the obvious conclusion. But that's not what it is. And I want to talk to you a little bit more about that, which is all listed in this amazing book, The Slowdown Diet. So, as I mentioned, metabolism is not just about digestion. It's about what happens in all of the body's different systems. So, the way our liver processes stuff, the way our blood goes through our body, the way our pancreas, all our organs, the way our our kidneys, every organ has a chemical reaction that causes it to do what it's supposed to do in our body. But metabolism is not just simply about what's going on in your gut, it's about every system in your body. So science supports that what we think and feel has a corresponding reaction to the chemistry of our body. And this can be as simple as creating the stress response. When we think negative thoughts, it actually creates a chemical reaction. It's a process in the body, and this stress response causes us to produce cortisol. And cortisol is one of the hormones and the chemical processes in our body that, amongst other things, causes our body to store fat. Now, if weight loss is your goal, that's a problem. And it can be a really nasty cycle that people get into, where they are just so stressed about their weight and so worried about what they're going to eat and how they look and, what their body looks like, that they're in constant turmoil. So of course that means that your body's constantly got high levels of stress, and when that's happening, your body is constantly trying to lay down fat. It's a primal protective mechanism that the body has, and so it is totally counterproductive when we're wanting to lose weight. So all sensory input, everything that we sense and feel that comes into the body, impacts our human nervous system. So how could that be? You can see that instantly when you might be, someone might be talking to you and tells you a funny joke, and you just laugh. and your whole body lights up. You laugh and laugh and laugh. You might even have a bellyache. You're laughing so hard. It's so funny. It makes you feel so good. Just watching someone on the other side of the road walking down the street, or a small child just with those gorgeous, chuckles and laughs, makes you feel good inside. Well, that's a chemical reaction in your body. All the feel-good hormones have just gone woof, and you just feel so good. Similarly, if you see someone that's really dark and down, or really sad, or you're watching something on the news and there's some awful things on there, and you just go, oh, that's terrible, that's awful, I feel so bad and I feel sad. Well, that's another chemical reaction in your body. It's your thought that creates the physiological response that happens, whether you cry or you laugh. So with that in mind, being a chemical chemical reaction in our body that produces these chemicals and hormones, we actually metabolize so many things in our life from a thought perspective. So we metabolize our dreams, our fears, our fantasies, our ups and downs, our joys, our fortunes and misfortunes. They're all a chemical reaction. Our body reacts in a certain way every time we think and feel all of these things. So what is the new definition of metabolism? The new definition of metabolism is the sum total of all of the chemical reactions in the body, plus the sum total of all of our thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and experiences. This is how I work with my clients. We talk about the whole lot very holistically, but it's not just about food and exercise, or food and movement. Both important, but not the be all and end all when it comes to losing weight. So does this sound right for you? Is this something that you resonate with, that what you think and you feel and you believe actually helps you in terms of how your body metabolizes any of these things? It's a process within us. It's not just about our digestion. If you do, that's amazing, because you're really tuned into your body. You're listening to the wisdom of your body and the wisdom of your gut. There are many Eastern traditions that have been practicing this belief for many, many thousands of years. They know that it's a mind, body, and soul process in the body that creates how we feel, how we think, how we live. So it's the whole package. So we can actually reclaim our metabolic power. So for many women who've been struggling with weight and diet for years and years and years, they've just been banging their head against a brick wall, doing the same old thing. Eat less, move more. Not knowing what to eat, when to eat, how to eat, and just keep stumbling over the same things. Maybe I'll do this diet, all of these things, but they don't work. They might work for a small period of time, but then over 99% of women or men, everybody who go on a diet will actually they'll put on that much more weight plus more. So they'll put it all back on plus more within 12 months, and that's pretty awful. When you've been struggling for years and years and years to try and shift that weight, just to find each and every time that you're back to square one, and actually you've even put yourself behind the 8 ball once again. So this is where I help my clients to get out of that awful cycle. And in fact, my clients are losing up to 1 centimeter per day. Hard to believe, but one of my clients, and I get them to measure themselves every week, and one of my gorgeous clients came in yesterday, and she has lost this much from around her body, 39 centimeters. And she's only halfway through the program. Her goal is to lose 1 meter from all around her body. So we measure chest, waist, and hips. those three things. And so she's lost this much amount of size from her body. She actually shrinks every time I see her, up to a centimetre a day. It's just astounding. And she's not the only person. I do have other clients that shrink like that too. And I just love seeing their faces. And they go, I don't know what's going on. I haven't done anything. You know, like, I don't know, it's so easy, but I seem to be shrinking. And I'm going, yes, it is actually that easy. And this is because they're following this new way of lifestyle, these new practices, this new way of thinking, that actually is sustainable, and it's easy, and it's not a diet. So over the next couple of weeks, I want to talk to you about 6 universal metabolizers. And they are relaxation, the power of relaxation, the metabolic power of relaxation, the metabolic power of quality, the metabolic power of awareness, the metabolic power of rhythm, the metabolic power of pleasure, and the metabolic power of thought. These are all encompassing, and we nut it all out. We look at our weight challenges as a doorway to something else. What is really going on? What is the root cause that is creating you to eat in ways that are unhelpful, to think in ways that are unhelpful? Whatever it is for you, then we need to get back to the root cause. And there's also, a lifestyle change that we need to consider. And all of those 6 things are things that we will bring in to create those changes. Because it's sustainable, it just puts everyone in a much happier mind space, always moving forwards, not looking back, and not being worried, and being able to listen to their body and trust just their innate inner intuition, which, over time in the past has diminished simply because many factors, emotional, just not knowing why or what to eat, when to eat, just lack of little educational tips that I bring in that make the world of difference. So that's all for today. I hope you found that helpful. Tune in next week, and I'm going to be talking about the metabolic power of relaxation. Okay, have a great day. Ta-ta.